It is today's hottest music, Hot 103. A happy Wednesday to you watching us out there in the Facebook world. We thank you so much for tuning in. And we are excited because, with it being Wednesday, we got to welcome our friends from Action Programs for Animals. And of course, joining us, we got Amanda with us. What's up, Amanda? How are you?
Hi, Joey. Good to see you. I am here with Summer. So Summer's a little special. They're all special. We say that every week. But I had Summer for probably a couple of months now. And so as my daughter says, Mom, I don't understand why nobody loves her. So we love her,
Oh,
but we love her enough to hopefully find her a perfect home. So this is Summer. She's approximately 1 year old Chihuahua. She is very playful. She really has to have other dogs. So I, at one point, had separated her from the dog. Well, the other dogs went somewhere else, and she was by herself. And a more depressed, sad case you never saw. She was absolutely just sad.
oh.
So she does need to be probably a best fit would be a home with other dogs, or at least access to other dogs, right? Where she could have play dates and is dropped off for a day. She does have a little bit of a spicy personality, so she likes to be the little boss lady. So a lot of boss ladies at once would not be so fun, right?
Yeah.
But a
How about with kids?
playful.
How about with kids? How's the interaction been with kids so far?
So she loves kids. She prefers kids to adults. She is a cuddle bug. All she wants to do is curl under a blanket at night and sleep, and she'll sleep for 12 hours straight, and then she'll stretch like, whoa, I really have to get up now. So she's has a lot of great qualities. I don't want to say she's spicy and like turn anybody off because they're like, oh, she's just kind of a typical Chihuahua in that way. She's very loyal, and she's got a little bit of the I'm the boss around here because I've had to survive for thousands of years and create my spook. Right, she's a small little one. So this is
And
Miss. I
the
call her
ears.
Summer.
Something
Right.
about the ears. You just gotta love the ears, just the way that,
And
and they know that they're being talked about right now.
Joey, you grew up in this area generally, and you've thought of Chihuahuas a certain way. Um, how has your experience been with Chihuahuas? Because I think they, like our pitties, they get a little bit of a bad rap,
Yeah,
correct?
they really do. They get the rap as the yappers. That's all they do is bark, 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 and they don't do anything else. But I tell you, one of the most loyal pets that you will ever have, and ones that just want to be cuddled. When you have a bad day and you just want to sit on the couch and you don't want nobody to bug you, they're right there with you. But if you're ready to go out and go running or go outside, they're right there with you. So whatever your mood is, they pick it up and they're right there with you. And that's what I love about with our dogs too. And they know if you're not having the best of day, they're gonna be right there. But if it's time, then they're ready to play.
Now, this one is my dog, not up for adoption over my cold dead hands, as I would likely say. But this is Mr. Moto, and the reason that I have them together now is because she really is best when she has another dog to play with. So they've been running around all morning, kind of flipping each other over, having a good time. At the same time, they're both a little bit of a love bugs for sure. So.
And they're the best dogs to cuddle with. And you think about it, if you're going to the farmer's market, they can jump right into a bag and they're ready to go with you and travel.
I will tell you, my daughter feels so badly for this one because she's like, she just really doesn't understand, especially being a small Chihuahua, very sweet natured. She will have to have a secure area because she does like to, sorry, boo boo, she does like to explore a little bit. So we just have to make sure she's secure or on a leash. And
Yeah.
ideally, I would say ideally you'd find somebody retired who could sit on their lap. She'd be good to go for a lot of different homes. I think homes with several dogs, homes with kids. She'd have to be cat tested. She would probably be okay with them, but again, we'd have to figure that out. She is
Yeah.
just really a love bug. So you can head over to Action Programs for Animals Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. 11 to 3 or by appointment. Keep in mind that we're mostly we have a lot of volunteers, so you have to be patient and work with us on getting an application in our adoptions. And Michelle and her team there are busy every day. Couple of things I want to put out there for community. We're heading kind of into the holidays, kind of that the fall. Make sure that you secure your animals and you get provide for them, and that means hopefully you're bringing them inside when it gets too cold eventually. But also our food bank really, really could use some help, right? So one of the ways that we support our companion animals in our area is we have a food bank, right? And so instead of making choices about do I buy dog food or do I pay my electric bill, we actually offer temporary up to, I believe, 10 times, but you'd have to look into the details. I believe that's what it was, a year to receive pet food. And that alleviates a lot of stress for homes, hopefully, and keeps animals more in homes. But it's pretty lean right now. So if you want to pick up an extra bag of dog food, extra, cat cans of food, that will be super helpful to us, and we would greatly appreciate it. And know that we are constantly and consistently working every single day to improve the life of companion animals and to create a no-kill community in Doñana County, and hopefully eventually all over the state.
And shout outs to all our friends at APA because I mean, Amanda, you've been a volunteer with them for many years, many years. I mean, it's just it's a love for the pets that we have in our community that we want to see our pets find the perfect home for them. So that way they go to their forever home. And just
Yeah.
talk a little bit about like even the fostering, like people don't realize fostering pets can go a long way to helping
It's a
out our
right. It's a ripple effect, Joey. So I know that she actually, Summer and Autumn were the two pairs that Autumn is currently on a sleepover. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that works out. But they'd both been fostered here for a couple of months. And what that does is create space at APA. And when you create space at Action Programs for Animals, because we do have a very small facility, it allows us to pull animals from the shelter, which creates space there. So it's a ripple effect of how many animals you actually affect. So it's worth it. If you have animals or like animals and you can absorb them into your quote unquote pack, that's ideal. But also recognize if you travel a lot, like I do, or if you're not quite ready for a long term commitment, fostering is ideal because you're not committing to them long term, but you're still contributing and helping. So fostering is an awesome way to do it. The sleepover program is again what are you doing? Where her sister is, Autumn, right now. And so she's going to a home to see if she's a match at that certain home, right? And if she is, then they'll adopt her. If she's not, she'll return here and we'll wait for a perfect home. I am pretty invested in this little one, as you can imagine, after helping her for 2 months. I know her personality, her little quirks. Huh? We like each other. Yeah. And so I will definitely, I know she'll go to a great home, as we hope all of our animals do. There is an application process and a vetting, but we want to make sure we have a match because we want to have successful adoptions. Again, if you head over to apalascruces.org, you can see all of the things we do, including our pet food bank, our education that we're doing actually right now, talking about the no-kill goal of our community, as well as the PAUSE program, which has become really a highlight, not just locally, but across the state. And that stands for Prisoners and Animals Working Towards Success. And kudos to state government that sometimes in other arenas can be really difficult to navigate with bureaucracy, but Department of Corrections has really stepped up and said this is a priority. It helps us, it helps you, it helps community. It's all the good things. So we have a lot of things always going on. Again, hours are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, 11 to 3, or by appointment if those times do not work for you. This is Summer. She's 1. She's compatible with all kinds of homes, and it would be a great news for me today if she went on a sleepover today. And Joey, I'm looking at you. I know
I
you
know
have
you are. I know
one.
you are. One of the things I do got to throw out there too is the support you get when you adopt with APA. I got to say, when I and you were there, Amanda, when I was like, oh, I'm only one dog, and then when we left with Nico, and just the support over the years, and just I don't know why it's like once you're in, you're in. They bring you in, and just the love that myself and Jackie both have for
And
APA.
yeah, can you talk a second about you being an only dog home and then realizing that wasn't the
Yeah.
case?
So Amanda, she's like, no, this one's for you. And something about the day that you brought in our dog, and it just locked eyes. They were watching the Facebook Live. My wife was, and she was like, I can't stop staring. And it just something connected. And then when we went through the process, and that night when we did the sleepover, like you mentioned,
Yeah.
by the next day, we're like, okay, I think this little guy is staying with us. And now I believe we're already going on 7 years that he has been a part of our family.
What? Boy,
So
I
yeah,
got too
seven.
early because this show's been going on. Elliot, my daughter's 8. She'll be 9 next year, but I started doing this a few months when she was a few months old. So,
Yeah.
so I got you pretty quickly. It took me a little longer to get Jackie, and we never got Ernesto, but you know what? There's always hope. So,
But there's the
Scott,
perfect match. So
we
go.
got Scott. We got Scott
Yes, you
when it
did.
worked
We got
out.
we.
We did.
She is definitely the person that is going to find that match for you. And
Well, because
ev-
especially Joey, you know this. If you have one dog, what do I always say? Like the best thing that you can provide most of them, not all of them, because there are some dogs that are absolutely not okay with other dogs, and we know that. But it's also personality matches. They don't sit home and write their great novel while you're at work. They're not playing chess. They're not catching up on CNN and their great reality show. They're literally every minute of the day waiting for you to come home.
yeah.
So dogs generally are companion animals and pack animals, and so it really is a comfort to them to have somebody with them, but also to you. So you know what, they're okay because they have companionship. So yeah, so that's one of the reasons, she loves her other dog. So she's a
And
good
it's just
girl.
it's such a great thing. And for those that are just learning about APA, make sure you check them out. Follow them on Facebook. Go and visit them. If you can volunteer, volunteer. There's so much that you can do to help out our friends at APA. And even like Wednesday, Amanda, taking time and checking in with us, which is always a treat that we get to check in with you because we know you're running around, you're just as busy. But to know that the volunteers, all the volunteers, that you guys take time to show off and highlight our pet of the weeks, it's always a great time, and it's always great
Oh,
talking to you guys.
appreciate you. And you know what? It works, right? These dogs, these or cats, whatever we're featuring, they do get adopted. Highlighting them this way is helpful. If you're watching this and you think, how can I help? I can't necessarily foster. Things are tight right now. I'm not necessarily in a space to donate, et cetera, et cetera. Share this video. If you know somebody that could be a match, let them know. Share again and again, like the page, do all the things, right? This one's not up for adoption. This other one is okay. But there's
No, just
probably one out there somewhere that needs a home. So, we could also look for a twin of this one if you
but
could.
Amanda, it's always amazing getting a chance to talk to you, and of course,
You are.
with APA and over the years, we just like I said, I can't stress it enough. We just truly appreciate the time that we spend every Wednesday to be able to highlight our pets and get our pets adopted, get our pet of the weeks adopted. It's always great. So Amanda, thank you again so much for joining us and being on
Happy
the
Wednesday.
show.